Hi, this is Wendy from Zander Perioperative Education, and today we're going to do the second half of ABG interpretation. We're going to consider compensation. Now, I'm going to assume that you already know how to interpret an ABG. If you don't, check out our video on basic ABG interpretation. It's a super easy way to do it. Okay, so compensated blood gases are also super easy, so that's the good news. Now, compensated blood gas only means that the pH is within normal limits. So if the pH is normal, why wouldn't I say that it's a normal blood gas? Well, it's because the CO2 and the HCO3 are not within normal limits, so it's definitely not a normal blood gas. Just the pH is. So let's consider this ABG. You can see that the pH is 7.44. So it's within normal limits, but it's on the alkalotic side. And then I have a CO2 of 20 and an HCO3 of 15. Now, you can see what the problem is, that this is respiratory opposite. My CO2 is going down, my pH is going up. So Rome tells me that this is a respiratory problem. And I would call this a compensated respiratory alkalosis, because even though the pH is on the alkalotic side, it is within normal limits. Now, why is it compensated? Now, Rome told me the problem was respiratory, so why is my HCO3 down here at 15 looking ridiculous? Well, it is because these two are like a great old married couple. When one's in trouble, the other one kicks in there and tries to be the solution. So my HCO3 is at 15 because it's pulling hard on that pH, trying to get it within normal limits. If it does, then we say it's a compensated blood gas. Now, partial compensation means that effort is being made, but the pH is not yet within normal limits. So let's consider this blood gas. We see that the pH is 7.48. So it's slightly outside of normal. I still have my CO2 of 20, my HCO3 of 15. So Rome tells me what the problem is. It's respiratory opposite. It's a respiratory problem. My HCO3 is far out of normal limits, so it's pulling hard on that blood gas, trying to get it back down within normal limits. Just hasn't done it yet. And then I have an uncompensated blood gas. Uncompensated, let's consider this ABG. So I have a pH of 7.25, so acidotic. And then I have a CO2 of 40, right within normal limits, and an HCO3 of 12, very low. Rome tells me this is metabolic problem because my HCO3, my metabolic gas, and my pH are going in the same direction, and this is a metabolic acidosis. So, metabolic is the problem. And there's my lazy, good-for-nothing lung sitting right there in the middle of normal limits, not doing anything to help. So, that's an uncompensated blood gas. So here's the definition. The definition of a compensated blood gas is that the pH is within normal limits, but the other two are not, because one's in trouble and one's working hard to be the solution. The definition of partial compensation, all three not within normal limits. One's in trouble, one's trying hard to be the solution, just hasn't gotten it there yet. And then last, we have an uncompensated blood gas. And that definition is that the pH is not within normal limits, but of the other two, one's normal and one's not, because one's in trouble and the other is doing nothing to be the solution. So that's it. That's all there is to compensation. Also pretty easy. So you know what to do. Click like, click subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you thought of this video if you have any questions. And if you have an idea that you would like to see me discuss, I would love to hear from you. I'll see you next time.